Hello everyone, this is Nazralis and we are back again. Today we're going to be going ahead and talking about Ethereum Classic again. Uh, I'm still mining Ethereum Classic. I had to shut it off for a while for most of June, but I'm back on it, back on mining Ethereum Classic. And I wanted to explain why. I was going to go ahead and do a recording with my phone, but it looks terrible. So uh, I decided not to. Y'all saw my Ethereum rig of two 570s and a 1060 the last time I did this. So if you want to check that out, then you can. If you want to help out with the channel, there are donation links and also an Amazon wish list. Just because, I mean, my phone videos look and sound terrible. So anything would help. Also, webcams. That Amazon wish list has tons of channel upgrade stuff and just some regular, things like sugar-free rock stars and stuff on it. So if you want to help out, there's multiple ways to do that, and I'm putting some crypto links in the description as well. If you want to toss some crypto dust at me, of one of my mains. I think I have like Ethereum and Ethereum Classic and Raven coin. I think those are the ones that I keep in my descriptions. So, as you can see, we're still running the two 570s and the 1060. I have one 570 that is really, really stubborn and refuses to handle going over 25 mega hash. That's this one right here. Then I have another one that's pretty much normal. That 28 to 30 kind of range is pretty typical of RX 570s. And then I have a 1060 over here that was actually able to eke out a little bit more out of the. It used to sit at 20, and now it's sitting at 2355 with no change really to my power usage. Really, really nice. I found that out by going down here into the overclocking for it. You're not going to be able to see it behind my picture. But you click on this little thing, you go down to overclocking. I'm going to pick the one that's actually for the NVIDIA. Uh, and then you go up to popular presets, and you could go ahead and start sorting through uh, different popular presets for these cards. So it might be worth it to go around and look and see what other people are doing, on different setups. So definitely take a look at that because I mean, I got a few 3.55 more mega hash out of that because it tweaked it the same way somebody else did, and it ended up working out for me. So, why am I mining Ethereum Classic still? Why I tried tried hopping over to Ethereum to see how the profits increased. The profits were totally negligible to me. The increase that happened with Gray Glacier stuff, at June 30th or whatever it was, uh, made no difference to me at all with this small of a rig, so it wasn't useful. And the fact of the matter is that most people who are serious about crypto right now are going ahead and if they're not, if they haven't grown too big to stop mining Ethereum, regular Ethereum, uh, they're speculative mining. They're doing things like Ravencoin. They're doing things like Flux, Ergo, and all this kind of stuff on the off chance that it's going to get more profitable later because whenever the next bull run happens. Me personally, it works out perfectly to be mining Ethereum Classic because whereas with Ethereum, it would take 6 months to mine or to get even one single payout on HiveOS, I can get an entire Ethereum Classic every 2.5 weeks on this kind of a setup. And when you're speculative mining, the most important thing for you is not necessarily the profits, as you see here. The important thing for you is to go ahead and get your hands on the coin. It's the amount of coins you can get. I'm going to be able to get plenty more entire Ethereum Classic coins just mining away on Ethereum Classic for the rest of the year and pretty much just ignoring what's going on with Ethereum Proof of Stake. So that's what I'm doing. As for Proof of Stake, what is this? We're about 4 minutes in. I guess I will talk a little bit about it. Y'all have heard me talk about it before, but the fact of the matter is that I think the proof of stake concept is admirable but totally misguided. It's much more. I understand what they're trying to do to go ahead and reduce carbon footprint, all that kind of stuff. Have this thing that doesn't require mining, but I think that they're wrong, to put it bluntly. First off, you are going to have some people who are going to go ahead and sell their gear and get out of the game when Ethereum goes away. But there are also going to be plenty of people who have already spent the money. They don't want to sell all their gear for less than they paid for it, and they're going to go and mine something else. Now, the options out there are things like Ergo and, Firo and Kapow with Ravencoin. And a lot of these have way more power usage than Ethereum does. So, in my opinion, they're actually going to do a little bit more damage than they do any good for the atmosphere. And the whole entire ecological side of crypto, there's a lot of information that is even too complex for me to go ahead and explain in a YouTube video. Things like having feasible storage devices, all of that kind of stuff. The fact that places that generate energy, generate electricity, they just generate electricity. There isn't a lot of generating the electricity and then storing it somewhere else. That doesn't happen really in a lot of places. It's pretty much just like, here's the demand. We're making this much and we can meet the demand. And then there's the rest of it gets piped around, pretty much. Like I said, I can't go ahead and explain the entirety of it to you. All I can tell you is that, in my opinion, from what I've been able to dig through, the ecological argument really it's not up to stuff for me. I don't find that a legitimate concern when it comes to cryptocurrency, unless you're talking about huge, massive, institutional, large-sized mining operations. And that's because those people are using ASICs. And ASICs, while a lot of Ethereum ASICs are much more efficient than running graphics cards, there's this thing called economy of space. When you have $30,000 to buy a Bitcoin miner, like an actual Bitcoin ASIC miner, that's effective, and that probably means that you have plenty of money to go ahead and go into this venture with. Okay? And the fact of the matter is that you could fit 4 of those things in the same space as you would a mining rig that has about, anywhere from 6 to 10 cards in it. And it's going to take about 3,000 watts per ASIC miner. Obviously, these numbers I'm giving, there's massive fluctuations. Some are fairly efficient. Other ones are not as efficient. It's not as simple as people are making it. You don't just go and say, oh, this mining rig has 10 cards in it, and it's using 3,000 watts, because there's that economy of space thing when you have large-scale investment into it. Having 4 3,000 watt ASIC miners running in the same spot, you're running 12,000 watts. So this is much more complex of a problem than people just going, oh, it's so bad for the environment. It's way more complicated. Oftentimes when I hear people talk about it being bad for the environment, I usually write them off. I'll listen to what they have to say, but oftentimes they don't give any data. They don't actually, they say, 140 billion tons of CO2 is entering the atmosphere. Okay, where's your data? Let's see it. Well, I can't, I read this paper. Okay, yeah, all right. Peace. Come back when you have a legitimate argument, and you can back it up. So, anyway, if you're looking to go ahead, so yeah, anyway, the whole point of this video was to go ahead. I went off on that huge long tangent about that. Sorry, but it happens. If you're speculative mining, you can do it. If you're on a small scale, you can do it with Ethereum Classic. And I'm pretty bullish on Ethereum Classic. As long as they keep people from, as long as they keep shutting down those people who are trying to push internally for things like the Kesak, uh, the algorithm changes and whatnot, SHA-3 and all that kind of stuff, and they keep true to the proof of work, I think we'll be fine. I think that ETC will even be fine as more and more people get those ASIC miners that are mining Ethereum Classic, uh, because that's good. That's a good thing to have that available in the ecosystem. To go ahead and be able to, say, all right, I'm going to make some money. Let's say Ethereum Classic goes up quite a ways, and a lot of people who've been mining it get a lot of money. That's good to have something out there that they could buy that would actually reduce their overall uh, footprint. Because those of you who were good enough to make it all the way to this part of the video, I am actually fairly a little bit of an environmentalist myself. So I just don't like BS, to be perfectly honest. So even if that BS lines up with my own political views or socioeconomic views or just those kind of things that I think should be, if it's BS, it's BS. So, uh, anywho, like, comment, subscribe if you want to help with the channel. There's donation links down there. There's an Amazon wish list, all that kind of jazz in the description. So, yeah, share me with your friends. Obviously, the algorithm doesn't much care for me. I don't know why. Whatever. But, yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming by. Peace out, everybody. I'm Azraelis, and I'll see you on the next one.